And Davis has started recording.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers, the stronghold of Jesku came under siege by a horde of WMEs. During the panic and confusion, Zindar, the harbor master, and his men stole the Null Harp and escaped to the third tower. The party focused on helping citizens evacuate the second tower to the first and attempting to stop the advancement of the horde across the bridge. Once the bridge was destroyed, the adventurers then focused on wiping out the last of the WMEs that had made it to the second tower. With the assistance of Bark Dental, Von Rord, and Utu Trollbleeder, the party was able to wipe out the remaining threat, then turning their attention towards the first tower to investigate what happened. And that's where we are. You guys are currently still over on the second tower. Bodies everywhere of these things. And Bark Dental is kind of... he seems to be kind of directing things at this point, as you see a couple of his subordinates come up to him and give him some information about what's going on, and you see him kind of pointing and giving orders. You could say he's barking orders. So, what do you guys want to do?
I want to mute you.
Unfortunately, you can't. Well, you probably can. I feel like you might be able to. Can I mute you? I cannot. Okay, no, you can't. Ha ha!
Not Discord.
I can pin you though. There we go.
I don't know about you guys, but I want to check out that first tower.
Well, first, I feel like we should tell these people, who we saw with the harp,
Probably.
in case they don't know who did it.
No.
So, teacher, I'd like to report someone stealing.
What was Bark's voice like? Was he
kind of a little fast and annoyed?
Oh yeah, a little uppity, kind of like another Genasi in the party.
But nowhere near as kinky, or at least not as overtly.
Yeah, he's not as outward about his kinks, but
he's into breath play.
So he looks to the lot of you and says, "Well, I very much appreciate everything that you've done for us. At this point, we're heading back over towards the tower. You mentioned somebody stole something?
Yeah, the harbor master we saw running that way across the bridge with the harp and use it to get the monsters to leave him alone. And we assume he's holed up in there somewhere, or he's got a way out from there. We were kind of blowing up the bridge. They were blowing up the bridge. I was trying to save people.
Well, it was a good move on your part. I think it could have gotten much worse had we not stopped the horde. And so I thank you. Clearly the wretch over there was probably no use to the three of you, as you see him kind of nod to Asher.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Honestly, in a fight like that, anyone who's not trying to kill you is on your side. So.
Yeah, did you see there was two big explosions? Not the one. The one big explosion followed by a second, even bigger explosion that blew up the bridge and prevented all those baddies from coming over here. Yeah, that was me. You're welcome.
Well, it's unfortunate that it took two explosions. We probably could have stopped it much faster had it only been one.
God damn it.
You walked right into that one.
Why weren't you there to do it then?
With my passive perception, I saw you walking into that one, and I let it happen.
Yeah, so why didn't you do anything about it?
I've been holding up the first tower. Once we had created a barrier that we're able to move forward, me and my men moved on, and we're able to assist you.
Took you that long to make a barrier. You could have done it faster. You could have saved a lot more people.
Well, we were able to stop the advancement of the WMEs into the first tower, so that's something.
And we were able to stop the advancement of hundreds more WMEs onto this tower as well, because I blew up the bridge.
All right, girls, you're both pretty. I feel like we got bigger problems here.
I actually, responding to what you initially told him, he says, we had seen a group of men leaving with the Null Harp, but we had not been able to identify who the leader was. If it is Zindar, then we may need to investigate what's going on there. follow me. We'll walk and talk. So as you guys start to head back towards the first tower, you guys get up to this large barrier that appears to be kind of makeshift out of a bunch of wood. They've got some metal that they've been able to kind of throw onto it. And shoot, I'm trying to remember some of the quotes from him, where he just keeps quoting TLC. Anyway, so as you guys walk through the barrier, you see a number of guards kind of moving some bodies out and throwing them over to the side of the WMEs that had been dispatched. The closer you get towards the central square where the Null Harp was initially at, you start to see people being carried off in stretchers. Most of them appear to be members of Source Emeranti, which is the religious group that was in possession of the Null Harp. Most of them appear to be inflicted with shrapnel wounds and second and third degree burns. There are a couple of bodies that appear to be just regular people that had been attacked during the WME crisis, and then some that just appear to have been hurt by, some sort of magic or fire or something like that. As Barkdental leads the three of you, or the four of you, forward, you hear him barking orders to others, saying, essentially ordering to get some kind of shelter set up, and calling for volunteers to start a search party to bring everybody down to the first floor. He says, we're going to get everybody on the first floor. We're going to set up shelters, and we'll need to find some source of food that we can hand out to people. But as he said that, you see a couple Fearbold kind of walk up, like, oh, we got food. And
is it the Pies ones?
It is.
I'm so glad we saved them.
As they walk up, and they've got like half their kitchen, and then like one of them's just got a huge backpack that is basically just a big basket full of food that he had carried down. So once you guys get to the main area, you see the central part of the building is basically open all the way up to the sky, or well, what would be the sky. And it's just a big circular area that in the center of it is slightly raised, where the Null Harp would typically sit and someone be playing it. Where that raised area was, there's a large crater in the ground. And the ground opens up beneath to what appears to be some passageways. And Bark looks to you and says, yes, as you can see, the area beneath was actually the prison. And so we believe that somehow some explosives were smuggled into the prison cells and ignited.
It's bad.
So
you want to do cavity searches?
I'm not in charge of the prison, so I couldn't say.
Where's the main entrance to the prison?
He kind of points over to where you would see Von Roord standing, and says, he could probably tell you where that might be. As I said, I'm not in charge of the prison, but Von Roord can give you a debrief. And Von Roord steps up and essentially says, yes. The prison, would you like to go? I mean, we could probably just climb down into it from here. Granted, getting back out is going to be a problem.
Not for me.
Yeah, we've got a magic flying stick. We're good.
I'm not worried about that.
You mean ascending?
Oh,
He means ascending,
yes. Yes.
It's still easy to forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when you spend like 4 sessions in an area that it doesn't even matter.
Wait, Robbie, I just thought of something. Nurse flies a lot,
Okay.
up and down. Is it because Nurse is like a familiar? Maybe it doesn't like affect Nurse or something, or because we've never really like crossed that.
So when you were having Nurse fly before, it was typically like the last time I remember us having a conversation about it was in the second layer. And back then, like you had to ascend 30 feet for things to trigger. So Nurse typically didn't exceed that. In the fourth layer, that's been reduced to, I believe, 15 feet. So if you ascend 15 feet, then that's when problems happen.
Okay.
It's a dangerous question to ask.
Yeah, just like
So,
I wanted to know how that would work for Nurse.
So
let's find out.
The reason it worked for Nurse was because you weren't going as large of distances. Now
More lateral movement.
Yeah. Now we're at a point where it might be a little bit more of a problem, but we'll see. Do you want to send Nurse down there?
I'll send Nurse down there 15 feet to check it out. So guys, let me warg into Nurse.
No, you can send Nurse down as far as you want. You can dismiss Nurse, and the Nurse will just come back right beside you.
That's true.
Because that's what you can do with familiars.
Okay. I like that. Let's do it. I sit crisscross applesauce.
Biscuits on the floor.
I warg into Nurse. And I fly down into the hole.
All right. So when you fly down, you get down into this area and you see the explosion seems to be coming from a single cell and radiating outwards. As you get closer, you see the charred remains of a body. Who the body appears to have the explosion originating from around its abdomen, and then the other thing that you notice is that it is missing both legs and its hands.
I knew it.
The guy. The guy whose legs we chopped.
Exactly, because the Harbor Master is the one who stole the harp.
Yep.
I knew he wanted us to do that for some reason. I just couldn't figure it out until now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have taken more parts off that guy.
We literally delivered it to him.
And we didn't even get paid in full. That fucker. If we ever find him, how much gold was he going to give us again? Does anyone remember?
It's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to kill him, cut his legs off, and take his gold.
Kill him with the weapon he gave you.
Yes.
Why was he so mad? Oh, absolutely. The fucking Thunder Spear. Why is he so mad that we chopped this man's legs off when he blew him into even littler bits?
Would he have exploded harder if he had all his body?
And it made it harder for this guy to escape prison.
That's true.
What a dick.
So yeah,
we're gonna make that guy eat a Molotov cocktail when we find him.
We should feed him some dragon essence.
See what happens.
But what if he rolls a 20? We don't want to waste it.
It's just a Senzubin. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We don't want to waste it though. I'd rather butt funnel him a chaos potion.
Yeah.
There you go.
That one's less of a waste. So when you guys, while Asher's warging into Nurse and doing his thing, you guys, Bart kind of directs you guys to, question anybody around and see if there's anything useful that you guys can find out. While he goes on and continues to direct the rest of the stuff for getting like shelters built and stuff like that. So while you guys are doing that, go ahead and give me, I guess, investigation or investigation checks.
No.
19.
It's a 14 for me.
Well, you're warging, so
Oh, okay.
in a minute.
I got a 5. I found Asher.
You're muted, Falcon. I didn't hear what yours was.
18.
18. So
Nice.
18 and 19 and a no.
A natural no.
So
Not good at investigation.
I'm going to start with Bjorn, since I got his roll first. So Bjorn, you actually see a few of the guards from the prison cells. One of them, appears to be unconscious, and they're patching him up right now. And the other one is laying there. He's already been patched up, but he seems to be awake and able to speak. So as you start to talk to him, is there anything in particular you want to ask?
Yeah. Hey, did you see what happened?
He says, about. Let me see. Yeah, so the man that blew up, he was brought in by the harbor master, I believe.
Yes, his fault.
And he about 2 hours ago, he suddenly started screaming and random gibberish. And my friend over here, he kind of gestures to the guy that's out. He says he saw him messing with something in his mouth, and tried to go and stop him, but before he could even get close enough, he couldn't unlock the cell before he was able to do whatever it was and cause the explosion. But the only thing I remember him saying was something about the Omnissiah, I think.
Yeah, that
Checks out.
That tracks.
Fuck that guy.
Do I have... Hang on, I need to check my inventory.
string.
God, I don't want to give him a full potion of healing.
They're able to stabilize him at this point, so I think at this point, they should be okay.
Okay, then I will give him a great club.
Dude, I was thinking the same thing.
What's that? A
Wait.
great flop?
To me or to Discord? What's
Discord, yes.
Okay.
The Joker scene, or not the Joker, you know what I mean. Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. After I wrote it, I was like, this sounds familiar. And then...
Yep.
Oh, you know what? Scratch that. I don't give him a great club. I do something better. I pull the random patch off my robe of useful items. I'm just going to give him whatever comes out of it
Okay.
as a thank you. Hey, if I roll a 1 through an 8, he gets 100 fucking gold. So
And
I'm pretty sure the dogs cost more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the first one is a 0. Oh shit. Ooh, wow. If I get a 9 or a 10, he's going to get something real nice. That's a 1. Cool. I pull off a piece of whatever, and it's a bag of 100 gold. Thanks for your help, pal.
And the only other information he's able to really give you is he kind of tells you when the guy, the pirate captain, was checked into the prison. And when he tells you the time, it kind of catches you off guard because you remember when you handed over the pirate captain to him, and there was about a 5-hour gap between when you gave Zindar the pirate captain and when he was delivered to the cell.
Was he still missing his legs when he was delivered?
Yeah.
Damn it, we sent the legs with him.
We were calling him No Legs Mahoney.
Based on a real person. He was a boxer back in the 30s.
And then let me see. So
Back when men were men.
Back when
So were the
this
women.
guy was the norm.
and then
What a
back
good show.
back to Falcon. So with your, I think you had an 18.
Yeah.
so you start talking to a few of the people that were standing around that were observing when this happened, and a couple of them start to recount that they saw as soon as the explosion happened, there were about 10 men that were around that immediately started charging in towards where the harp was, and they were able to start casting magic right afterwards, and were killing a few people using fire magic, and they picked up the harp. The guards immediately jumped in to prevent them from taking it, and about 6 of them died during the escape. Only 4 of them made it out. So they kind of direct you over to where the bodies are. So with your 16, I'll go ahead and let me pull this up. You find that all of them have this. All of them have this tattooed somewhere on them, whether it's their arm or their chest, something like that.
Is that? Well, it looks like whatever.
Looks familiar.
It looks like waves with a down arrow. Like there's something under the water.
If you turn it upside down, it looks like 212.
So
I rolled a 5, guys.
I rolled a 19 with history. Does it seem familiar at all?
the 19 with history will give you that you would know what it is just because you've done a bit of investigation into some of the different organizations within the Abyss, and this is actually the symbol of the Warwick Society. So they are a group of non-Delver mercenaries that are within the Abyss. It's believed that they found some way into the Abyss through the ocean. So diving down, somehow they're able to access it. And so they are not aligned with anybody in particular, and there is believed to be some relations between them and Druid, but it's rocky at best.
Isn't that the tower that we let Eager Cleaver get into?
The tower?
Yeah, one that like the tower of the Warwick Society here.
Oh no, that was the Alcott company.
Oh, right.
And that was the one that was run by Cyrac. So that one is a legit mercenary company that is all Delvers. The Warwick would be kind of like their counter, their opposites, where they are non-Delvers, but also mercenaries.
So they wouldn't have any official place here then. But if they're related to Bondrewd in any way, and they know an alternate way into the Abyss, that means he knows an alternate way out of the Abyss. Which is not good.
No.
We need to find that, I think.
That would be good information.
Who's
We'd like to know how to get out and not die.
Bonjord?
Bondrewd. Oh, Von Roar?
Bondrord. God. Why are they so close?
Lord.
I didn't think about it before I made the name.
Bonjour.
Bond-
There you
Wait.
go.
Now.
Didn't we call Bjorn that once?
Bjorn? I don't know.
Bjorn.
Listen, these
His name now.
my associate here has discovered some information, and we're curious what you know about the Warwick Society.
Yes, the Warwick Society. I've employed them a time or two. They're very useful. They are not associated with the Delvers Guild, which makes them useful for things that you don't want people to know about.
Well, I thought you couldn't be down here unless you were. Well, no, that's not true.
Well, it's illegal. They're here illegally, yes. But I mean, they found a way.
It's not like we have an extradition treaty with the surface layer.
Yeah, once you get down this far, it's too hard to really enforce any laws. So
Yeah, going back up is pretty rough.
yes, I'm a proponent of when you're down here, anything.
We're family.
When you're here, your family. This is the Olive Garden.
We both did it.
When you that yes, that's what he says. When you're here, your family.
The abyss. When you're here, your family.
So it doesn't matter how you got here. Your family. We all treat each other the same.
Unlimited breadsticks. That's why he wanted the bread back.
There it is. That's the reason for the attack. There was no bread.
Damn it.
Now all we have is soup and salad. Like nobody wants that.
And soup and salad without breadsticks, that's anarchy. That's chaos. And not the fun kind.
So if we wanted to get in touch with the Warwick Society, how would we do that?
I believe there may be a couple of members still around. With the fact that a member of the Warwick Society caused this, I think they're probably laying low. So, I mean, you might be able to find some of them, but I honestly couldn't say where they would be. Typically, I've seen a few of them at the Ample Snail. I've seen a few of them up near Pie's Thighs. They kind of come and go like everybody else. Typically, their monikers being the tattoo.
They don't hide that.
Tattoo.
How visible is that tattoo normally? Like, do I have to depants them, or is it going to be like on their neck or their hand or something?
Most of them have it pretty visible. It's kind of a sign to others that you're a member and a way of entry into most of their, private parties.
Private. Okay.
Do we have amongst the group? Do we have like a book that we could write in? I think we do.
I definitely have paper.
I'm gonna make a performance check to draw that symbol in the book, so that later we can draw it on ourselves and remember what it looks like.
I mean, I can just write it down on some of the parchment I've been using for the map.
I want to do it though.
Fine.
I can burn it into your skin like a scar.
No,
Okay.
I feel like I would take damage.
I got a 4.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like doodle it on something over in the corner of the map.
It was a 20, and then it rolled over to a 2.
Oh no.
It's okay, buddy. You tried.
Let's see. So I wonder what it looks like.
Share a jam file with the meeting. What does this mean?
So
Access denied.
Oh, do I have to share
Get
it?
an email letting you know if the file is shared with you.
Okay, try it now.
Jamboard. Wow, dude. This is like some teacher shit.
I'm learning.
Oh, I'm on view only. I need to request edit access.
Hang on, let me change that. Viewer, editor. There we go.
I'm the anonymous jackal.
You have great permission now. So yeah, you start drawing, you actually like end up drawing like this. Or if you want to draw it yourself with a 4, show us what you draw.
Working on it.
Do you have draw permissions now? There we go. This is kind of cool. Yeah. Exactly halfway through and just draw penis.
I wish I was on my other computer where I had the pen display thing.
Welcome, tablet or whatever it's called. Welcome. All right.
Welcome.
So you draw a penis. That is the best you can do with your 4. So when you go to
Looks
draw,
like some of Asher's medical notes.
when you go to draw this on yourself later, You're gonna draw a penis on yourself.
No, he's gonna try to and see if there's one already there.
It's henna tattooed on it.
I got some ink from that ink dude.
Yeah, you do.
It'll glow in the dark.
He's got a glow in the dark dick, so he never has to say he can't find the hole.
What is this other thing being drawn here?
It's a man standing there with his arm.
Oh,
It's so veiny. It looks like a Snickers bar.
Yeah. Oh my god. Property.
I don't know who. I was kind of for Asher because it's a dick.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Asher has property of Jerry tramp stamped on him. I'm pretty sure we talked about that.
No, it says if found, please return to.
Oh yes, that's what it is.
Oh, I don't care. You can put my name on it. If anyone tries to say this is mine, I'll be like, bullshit, I can draw so much better.
I saw a meme the other day about
And Asher. Okay, that makes
a
sense.
veinless Snickers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here
I
it
sent
is.
it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I saw that like Snickers had to go and post that it wasn't real and that they still have it because people.
Yeah. We still have the veins.
Dude, I need a veiny Snickers.
Oh my god. All right. But yeah, so you draw that with your 4. So you have a reference of what this looks like for posterity. So yeah, you've got this information. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do, or do you want to circle back with Bark and Von Rourke to update?
I mean, I could draw some more dicks, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, that's always an
Who could
option.
say?
Bjorn to ride.
Oh, that's Bjorn.
Robbie, you doing the fucking poll?
Wait, where was he?
Yeah, that's Falcon.
Where do
He
I
was
see the
Bjorn
poll?
this way.
Dude, this is like all I did when I was teaching last year. Just put random polls like.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you can create a poll in here. Keep the dick vein on Snickers. Yes.
Yes, obviously.
I love it.
This has devolved very quickly, even for us.
Yeah.
Honestly, you should just do this for like 4 hours a week.
Somebody's not voting.
Yeah, I already closed it out.
I swear to God, dude, you sound just like me last year. Okay, guys, who hasn't voted in the poll yet? I'll wait.
Why would I need to vote? It's known where I stand on veiny Snickers.
They're unnecessary and grotesque.
So I can
They're
share the
delightful, and I love having them on my tongue.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
Twix is better. Said it.
data. Twix.
That is true. Twix is much better.
Boo. Twix is like half a Snickers.
But you get
Well, that's why they have a left Twix and a right Twix in the same pack. And
But if
also
you
more
turn it
is not always
around,
better.
then they're on the other side. And what if you
More
get a
is
pack
not
of 2
always
right
better.
Twix? How would you even know?
Yeah,
I wouldn't know because they're both
you gotta
delicious.
trust the system, man. That's how it works. You trust the system, you get what you need.
What if it's British and they're driving on the wrong side of the package?
Hey, how does it work with Kit Kats? There's 4 of them and they're connected. You don't know which way is up.
They have writing on them.
So do Twix.
Do that? What? No, they don't.
They don't.
They have
they
writing
do
on the
look again.
package.
No,
On the
it's on the
outside.
bottom. Look again, bro. It's on the bottom.
I feel like you're fucking with me.
I've
I'm not.
never seen
You
it
can
on the
Google it. I swear.
Yeah, I'm not Googling it and I'm not eating a Twix anytime soon. I'll just take your word for it.
Next time I eat a Twix, I will take a photo and send it to you.
Sure.
I'm sure it's a veiny one.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get back on track.
He's definitely Googling it right now. I see him looking at another screen.
Me? I'm playing Candy Crush.
Vinny's
Oh.
doing it. All right. Yeah, so you guys got that information. Oh no.
Just on the side eye.
Oh wait, I typed in tricks like the cereal.
We'll never know now.
To our subscribers, all of us mostly, that's the teacher.
Yeah.
Research matters.
I'm sorry, and you said you were about to get your second master's?
Yeah.
Jesus.
This guy do research, man. It's like tricks. I'm not a candy eater with diabetes and all. You can't blame me. I don't eat cereal. Twix.
It effectively is candy. Fine, I'll allow it.
All right. So you guys get that information. You catch up with Bark Dental. And what do you tell him?
Tricks are for kids.
What?
Your
What are
Twix is
tricks?
hanging out.
I've never heard of tricks.
I'm not warging anymore, right?
Oh, yeah. Let me go back to you. Sorry.
I mean, I can snap him out of it if you want.
I completely forgot about you. Yeah, so you're Worgen, you see the body, and go ahead and give me an investigation check.
That's a 14.
A 14. All right. With the 14, you don't really get a whole lot of information from the body, and
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, is there like still a ton of smoke coming out of the hole, or can I see down there with my eyes of the eagle?
At this point, you should be able to see. So yeah, I think he's within view sight of you.
Okay, then I want to help him. I'll just give him the help because he's got better investigation.
Okay. So roll again.
That's a 15 plus 7 this time, so 22.
All right.
Check out that.
So
That looks weird.
With your bird eyes, you start looking at the body. You recognize you cut open tons of bodies, so this is like a walk in the park for you. As you start pecking through and looking at everything, you see that there is what looks like melted glass within the body, and when you start to take a look at the combustion, the pattern of it, and you can kind of smell it too. You recognize the smell. It smells like glycerin, nitroglycerin.
So soap. Okay.
So as you take a look at it, I think I'll just go ahead with your original roll and say that you can estimate based on the amount of glass that's in there and the size of the explosion. It looks as though there was about a liter of nitroglycerin that was implanted in his abdomen.
A liter? Oh my god.
Whoa.
He's probably happy to die at that point. Fuck.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay, so
And
so he probably didn't do that himself, right? Someone in there had
At
to
least
do
not
that.
willingly.
Yeah.
Took about 5 hours, apparently.
Because they did it as a suppository.
I
can only
follow
hope.
that.
Good news.
now the body's too heavy for you to move. So at this point, you've essentially gotten all the information that you can from this. But Park Dental says that he's working to get a group of men to go and retrieve any other information that they can from within the prison. But at this point, with the null heart gone, the ascension would be very difficult. So they have to find volunteers for this. It'll take some time. But he says, what all information have you guys found so far?
Well, someone that wasn't the chopped off leg guy made him explode. So someone that was in the prison.
Yeah,
Well-
it looks like he was made to swallow a bomb made out of nitroglycerin, or at least something like it that smells sweet like it does. And it was about 5 hours after he arrived here and was delivered to the harbor master that he was delivered to the jail. So, yeah, the harbor master is definitely behind it. So that's confirmed.
And the Warwick Society is working with him.
Or he's part of the Warwick Society.
Yeah, still working with him.
Oh, sure.
I feel like we would know that, though, right? Maybe not us personally, but since the Warwick Society doesn't really hide their allegiance to each other or whatever, they don't hide their tattoo. Of course, I guess if a harbor master had a tattoo of some waves, it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
I feel like some people with us would know, but not necessarily us.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys don't remember ever seeing a tattoo on him, and nobody really knows if he's a member or not of the Warwick Society based off of questioning that you've done after finding this information.
How did we not find that? Incredibly suspicious. This, expert sailor, harbor master, not being covered in tattoos. What the hell?
You know what? Yeah. Weird.
We're bad at this.
Did he have an
like
eye
a single
patch
sailor
or like
in
all his
the party,
limbs?
so-
I mean, I just assumed it was a job he took up once he got down here.
Did he have a parrot?
He did not have a parrot.
Well,
No,
that would make him not a
To be
pirate.
a harbor master in this weird ass place.
For all we know, he could just be a bureaucrat.
No.
True.
So,
Someone's got to do it.
once you guys deliver that information to Bark, he says, he starts kind of mulling it over for a minute, and he says, well, if you guys have time, I'm still busy here. I appreciate everything you've done. Obviously, if you need to go rest, that's fine. But we do need to do some further investigation of Zindar. If you guys find some time within the next, few hours to go and investigate his quarters, that would be immensely helpful.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Where are they?
By the harbor, by the docks.
Do I have to do any climbing?
Not that I'm aware of. It
So-
is the same level as this place. Once you get back, I'll have a quarter set up for you where you can sleep.
Okay.
Except for him, he has to sleep out on the floor.
He's had worse. We'll be fine.
I'll stay out there with you, Asher.
Can I have Nurse fly and just poop on him?
Sure. So when Nurse comes to fly near him, you see a wind pick up real hard, and it just blows Nurse away.
No.
And as it blows Nurse away, Nurse ascends 20 feet. Go ahead and give me a constitution.
Listen, I got to find the modifier for a raven. But, the initial,
It's not good.
the
It's not
initial
gonna be
roll
good.
is a 10.
It needs to be like what, an 18 now?
Yeah.
Raven
It's really
sound.
high.
Okay.
Constitution is -1.
Oh my god.
So as you
Tiny.
see this gust of wind come off of Bark and hit Nurse, sending her up into the air, all of a sudden you just hear a confetti of feathers start falling down on you.
I collect the feathers.
Asher's no good, dirty, rotten, terrible, bad day.
I'm going to put frills on the next thing I make.
Wait, fuck. That means
There we go.
oh my god, that means Nurse is gone. I'm on the next one.
Is there a backup plan for when the harp is out of commission?
No, we've lived with this before. We've only had the heart for about just under a year. So it's transformed the place for sure. We never were able to use the upper floors. But we'll be pulling things out. We've lived with this, so it'll be fine.
What floor was Prize Ties on?
The 4th floor.
Fuck.
It's okay. They'll relocate.
Yeah, so
It's
everybody
an
that's
essential service.
everybody that's up high
They're
can
essential workers.
come down. It's just once they're down, they cannot go back up until the harp has been restored.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so with that, are you guys heading out now?
Sure.
Yeah, we can investigate.
I'm giving Asher another jacket for his next nurse.
This one's nurse. My next one will be Nurse 14.
Jesus.
We need I need to set up similar to the Krill encounter.
Yes.
Something where we keep track of that.
Oh, hey, hang on. Since I always forget to do this, we can just put it on here.
There we go.
Ooh, I have an idea. Can we swing by the harbor master's office? I want to just steal from him because he's a dick. Fuck him.
I thought we were going to investigate his place and quarters, anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly where we're going.
We'll check his quarters and his office.
He basically knows where it works.
And his bank account and safety deposit box.
He works at home. Yeah.
And what might be underneath his bed sheets.
And his browser history.
What's a browser?
I've never heard of a browser.
It's like
You
a
know,
big
a
orange
large
and
lizard?
green turtle.
Yes. I
Like,
think
so,
that's
so remember how I told you guys how I fell through a portal and I was Santa?
Yeah.
No,
I've never heard this story.
I haven't either.
And I pull out my Santa suit and I'm like, really? Because this is what happened when Santa got captured. And I was exploring with
you gotta
Jiro.
tell the story again from the top, man.
Well, you'll have to give me the rundown later.
Yeah, we can do that later.
We could do one of those expedition dumps.
I haven't done one.
Expedition.
Expedition.
That's what you do before a road trip.
Takes on a whole new
Expedition dump. Wait, I haven't taken my expedition dump.
That's what I'm going to call it now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Take one of those before work every day.
Yeah. So you guys start heading over towards the harbor. You're able to get there pretty quickly. As I mentioned before, you don't see any stairs or any ascending or descending that you guys have to do. So you're able to make it there pretty quickly. Once you get over there and locate the docks where you initially saw him, you see an area off to the side where there appear to be some quarters for some of the people that operate in the harbor. And so you start working through them, trying to find where Zindar's quarters might be. And
I look to see if his name is on one of the doors.
All right. And with your passive perception, I don't need to roll. So yeah, you actually find a door that has Harbor Master written over it.
Sweet.
So as you guys get up to the building, it's a small 12 by 12 building with a window looking out over the harbor, and not much frills to it. Though when you go to try to open the door, you find that it is locked.
I got this. Hey, someone want to give me guidance?
I can pick it. If you
This
just
is
back
my
up.
thing, Bjorn. Chill. You got to be giant. Let me open the damn lock.
All right. Okay.
We'll turn you back into a giant chicken and I'll slit your throat again.
I just lean over to Rill. I was gonna pick it. I was just gonna break it.
I know you were.
I know, but we all know.
So, does a 24 open the lock?
So yeah, as you start to kind of maneuver the lock, the whole time you've just got eye contact with Bjorn, and you just hear click, 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 and then it pops open.
And Bjorn's salivating, waiting for a chance to just bust it down. He
I
accidentally
like you better as
raises,
a chicken.
just wastes it.
All right. So you guys enter into this room. As you start to take a look around, again, this is a pretty small building, 12 by 12 area within. You look to the right of the door and you see there's a single bed that appears to be haphazardly made. At the foot of the bed, you see there's a chest made of dark red wood. It appears to be some kind of hardwood, and it has brass hinges and locks on it. Either side of this chest has heavy straps for being able to move it around. A pair of leather boots sits right by the door. They appear to be slightly worn, but in pretty good shape. There's a jute rug in the center of the room that also appears to be worn and starting to fray on the ends. On the back wall, you guys see a bookshelf filled with books. And then to the right, you see a small desk. It appears to be looking out the window towards the docks and is covered in ledgers and other legal documents. And then above the map, or above the desk, you see what appears to be an impartial map, or an incomplete map. That it's impartial. It doesn't care one way or the other you're going. So you can't tell what direction is north or south. It's unfortunate.
Neither can Vinny.
We found the map of the great explorer, Fernandez.
There's a compass on the
Magellan.
bottom left corner, but like the N is on the west side. It's bad.
Yeah, well, when you look at it, it definitely has Fernandez written down in the bottom corner, as it appears to be written, drawn by this person. And the compass, when you look at it, and when you're looking for the points, it just says whatever.
There's a bunch of sweat drops all over the map.
Yes, Fernandez Magellan was notoriously sweaty.
No,
it's technically a magic item, but it's basically a curse.
Oh god.
All right, that's it now.
You definitely see erase marks for a compass.
The map that he does have above is the impartial map of Fernandez Magellan. But there is another map laying around. And then
a useful one.
You see that also on top of the desk is a small box. It appears to be made of leather and is just kind of buckled shut. And as you kind of look around, you see that under the desk, clearly within view, is a large metal safe. And that is it. What do you guys want to do?
Large metal safe.
Well, obviously, I want to try and open the safe. Is it a lock or a combination?
It is a lock.
Someone smack my ass. Make me feel pretty.
I want the map.
All right. I'm going to make eye contact with Bjorn and hope that a 21 does it.
As you start to turn the lock, you feel it really giving you a lot of resistance until finally, like, you just hit that perfect spot where it slides right open, where you feel like you just barely got it open before your thieves' tools broke. So it's perfect. Yeah,
that's what it should be like with Bjorn. It should almost break you.
So yeah, you can get it open. Once you start to look through it, you see that it contains a lot of legal documentation. So information about who's currently within the city. Just a ledger of the current inhabitants. Additionally, you see multiple small envelopes, each with a different name written on it. All of the names are for the 9 pillars of Jesku, so they appear to be probably some sort of taxes that need to be paid, and
or blackmail material.
That I was thinking.
Material. So you're not sure. And then you see a couple of bags in the back that total to about 1,800 gold. So it's a mixture of gold and emeralds and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just dump that in the slush fund.
I put the map in the Magellan map in my bag if it's removable from the wall.
Yep. So you're able to pull it off, no problem.
We'll find a use for it.
Yeah, it's in pretty good shape. It's got some really sturdy paper, though it does appear to have some like coffee stains on it. Specifically, you also see the sweat stains that Jerry was able to clock whenever you guys first entered the room.
If I look at the coffee stains and I hold them up and I smell them, what kind of coffee is it?
When you get a good whiff of it, it definitely kind of has a kind of a spicy scent to it, and then you kind of hold it back and you get another whiff, and it definitely has like this time it hits you different. It's got like a pumpkin scent to it.
Like it was going to be anything else.
Falcon doesn't like it.
When you said spice, I think I went like spicy food, you know?
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, that makes more sense. I'm like, some cinnamon maybe? Hey, he's got good taste. He sucks, but he's some good coffee.
Yeah, you see like a random spot on the map where it looks like he started to write tricks, and then you see the R is crossed out with a W over it.
Damn it.
See,
Oh no.
And we don't know if it's on the left or the right side of the map because he didn't know.
This is not a very good map.
That's how he set up his
Oh my
compass.
god. I just saw the GIF.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, Falcon,
Why?
my video just ended, my recording, so I'm glad you're doing it.
It's all on you now.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
So much pressure.
All the pressure.
It's just on the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to look at? You've cracked open the safe. So what next?
I want to look at that chest.
Chest.
Yep. All right.
All right.
I got a 18 for investigation. I rolled a 19 -1
All right.
to see if it's trapped, and also, is this mahogany? This looks like a nice mahogany.
Yeah. So when you look at it, it is a really nice mahogany. It's been stained and sanded to a nice smooth finish. A really beautiful piece of work for sure. As you start to look at it, it does not appear to be trapped.
Bjorn, do you think you could carry this?
I mean, I could also just open it, but yeah.
What? No, I'm gonna open it. I just want to keep it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Actually, hang on. I'm probably pretty. I got to look at my 15 copper brain. Oh, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have 7 hours tonight to turn this into something.
I got another 280 pounds until I'm encumbered.
And this one's about 80.
Yeah, I got time. I figure I might as well take up woodworking. I'll use some of the scrap from all the crap that's been going on to figure out what I want to do, and then do it on this nice wood.
Hang on.
So yeah, I'm gonna open it. Is it locked? Whoa.
Did we lose Robbie?
Well, he did do this before he left.
Oh, okay.
You should turn the wood into some type of mourning monument for the dead.
They have morning wood.
I push Rill into the wyvern hole.
Somehow.
Yep.
First, he ascends 80,000 feet to get back to the wyvern hole.
Hey, me being a spider helped that a lot.
Yes, it did.
When are you able to transform into an animal with a fly speed?
Yeah.
It's got to be soon.
It's actually some later druid levels is the thing.
I think my
So
favorite.
not soon enough.
My favorite druid spell is the one where you can just enter a tree on one side of the planet and exit a tree on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
It's so
Tree
cool.
stride.
Maybe.
But it has to be a tree you know.
Oh no, but still, it's.
I thought
that's
Tree
like
Stride
one-
had a range limit.
No, you just have to be on good terms with the tree.
You gotta be best
And
friends.
if I'm entering it, I better be.
Exactly. The tree has to be willing. Consent.
500 feet is the distance between trees required for tree stride.
I must be thinking of a different spell then.
That would be a cool spell, though.
Or maybe it's like an ability.
Hang on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
The
Grizz was barking like crazy at our neighbor, so I had to get him in. Anyway, yeah. So you open the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you open the chest. You see inside is just a bunch of clothes. It appears to be where he kept a lot of his personal belongings. So you see a nice dress shirt with some dress pants, and then various sets of working pants and shirts, and a nice little hat. It kind of looks like what you would imagine a fedora looked like. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right. I put the fedora on Asher's head where it immediately catches fire. And then I take anything in there that looks like it's in good shape and also good quality, because let's be real, our stuff's looking kind of ratty. I'm going to have time.
Yeah, everything's in pretty decent shape. There's only one pair of clothing that looks like they are about at the same level of like keptness. You know, they're well kept as yours. Your clothes set up pretty tattered.
Like, it's cool. I'll roll high on stealth. I'll just do this while you guys are asleep. You don't even got to take your clothes off. I got this.
Oh man.
Well, I know you're going to take your clothes off for love of the game.
Yeah, you got to sleep naked, man. It's the only real way to sleep.
Just be one with it.
I think you just do it because you know I'm watching.
Yeah.
Always watching.
it wasn't tree stride. It's the spell directly before it. Transport via.
Transport via plants. Yeah, I just found it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So good.
Discord suddenly like stopped responding for me, so I'm trying to get that back up. Anyway, so yeah, you've got that those clothes, and when you pull all of them out, it's still there's nothing else in it. The interior appears to be lined with felt, and it's a high quality felt.
Ooh. I take the felt.
You have felt now.
I'm just taking this whole chest. It's nice.
All of a sudden, you see in the top corner, he will remember that.
Yeah, I'm good with this.
Everybody hated that.
Robbie, I want to check out the books. You said there was like a bookcase with some books.
Yeah, so when you start looking through them, most of them are ledgers of, the port, anything that's coming in and out. Is there anything particular you're looking for?
I don't know. It just seems like Asher would be drawn to some books. So is there any book that like a book on like a manifesto, or like a book that might point in the direction of like his philosophy or what he's trying to accomplish,
I gotcha. There is a book called The Superiority of Demihumans, and it is basically just a bunch of furry drawings. And give me a luck check real quick.
Luck. Okay. That's 7.
You have acquired a new fetish.
Do we get to find out what it is?
Furry.
I hate I hate that you did that like it was some kind of like level up system. Like there's a skill tree, but worse.
Of course there is, Vinny.
There's a skill tree for everything. But it
You
just
don't
happens
just
to be the one that I
dive.
like the most.
You don't just dive all the way in with like pegging and gimp suits. No, you got to start small.
Oh my gosh.
I hate this so much.
But
I thought you'd be relieved. Asher has worse fetishes than this.
This is just like I fucking hate how I love how creative that was, Robbie, but I hate you for it.
I'm dreading the next time we see Kidders.
oh boy.
I'm dreading the next time I open up a book.
Asher can't read anymore because he doesn't know what's going to happen to him.
It's like, God, there's a fucking meme that's like this. It's like achievement unlocked or something. God,
New fear unlocked.
Oh God, now I can't. I gotta find this. Okay, well, that's all I find in the books. That was great. Well worth my time.
Hang on, let me see if there's anything else. I'm just trying to think. Because I didn't plan on anything being there, but because you're interested in it, it's going to give you
no, dude, it's all good. It's all good.
give me an investigation check real quick.
Okay, that is going to be a 15.
15. Okay. The only other things that you might find, there's a cookbook by Pi. There is How to Be Cool by Robert. And
It's horribly misspelled.
you actually do find, let me see, what else would you find?
Kung Fu Fighting and Other Love Songs by Carl Douglas.
What was that one book that Robert got when we were
Book of Blood?
What was it?
The Book of Blood?
No, there was a different book.
Oh, you mean the one that raises charisma?
Oh, is that what it was?
How to Make Friends and Influence People?
Yes, you find that.
Ooh. Okay.
And it does happen to have Robert's name scribbled in it.
Okay.
Someone make an Arcana check. See what kind of juju it's got.
Roll my charisma. Okay.
There's also
And
a
this-
book that says White Fang's Guide to Mystic Beach.
Fuck.
That might be somewhere else. We'll see.
Oh shit, dude, that's a 19 plus my 7 Arcana, so 26 to find out what's going on here.
I don't.
Is
what
it
did that
like
come up?
it's just the book that will raise my charisma? That's all it is?
Yes, though Robert
to wait
used it,
every
and it
100
takes
years.
100 years to recharge.
Oh, so
I know time's weird down here.
we're putting a timeline now, Robbie.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it could have fallen into a portal.
We know
Robert
it's
could
been
have
a
dropped the
while
book.
because Pi's Thighs, they were like, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's recharged.
Well,
Cool. Okay.
I mean, who does what with charisma? I do deception and persuasion.
I literally do nothing with charisma. I have a 13.
Oh, for
to
some
it.
reason I thought you were a warlock.
Nope.
Okay.
Do you want to change it to a different stat?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could probably find something that boosts his intelligence.
What I did for Robert whenever he found that book, I just had him roll like a d6, and whatever number it rolled in from left to right, that's like the stat from on the thing that increases.
Oh,
He rolled-
shit, I lucked out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. We'll do that.
Okay. Here, I'll roll it and roll 20. Just
If you roll a 2, I will fight you for it.
1d6. I gotta roll it across the map. That's
All
a
right,
6.
It's
Damn
charisma.
it. Okay, it's a charisma book. Let's
All right.
see. None of us use charisma, right?
No.
I
I was
think
just checking to see if any of the fucking runes use it, and they don't.
Yeah, I think the most use anybody gets out of charisma is Bjorn for intimidation, Jerry for persuasion,
else.
deception, and performance.
What's your charisma right now, Jerry?
Well, after I got nerfed, 13.
Mine's 13 as well, but I guess normal. Wait, your stat went down by 1?
Yes. All my base stats went down by 1.
Wait, what is Rill's charisma?
Yeah,
12.
It was a big deal. It's a
Bjorn is the most charismatic person in the party. He has a 14.
Wait,
Yeah,
Bjorn,
it used to be a tie.
Yeah, it used to be a tie.
Well, Bjorn's all
Yeah,
natural.
let Jerry have the book. He'll start feeling a bit more like himself.
Yeah. Hey, that'll going to an even number is great.
yeah, of course.
Well, and it's a +2, so.
Oh, well, there you go.
You know what, Jerry? I know that reading is hard, so I think this might help you. How about I read this to you every night?
That's
How
the
about
only
I
way.
read this to you? That way, when you fall asleep, I can just keep reading.
Okay, but you wake me up if you get to some of those big words.
Sure.
I give the book to Jerry.
What is Jerry's intelligence?
It's not good. It is now an 8.
Jesus.
Why Fang is smarter than so many people.
What? How intelligent do you have to be able to speak?
3.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's fine.
Yeah, I'm not quite that stupid.
Yeah, you're
So,
not.
you know, if we go down to a 7, it'll be like me pet aminals.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
hope-
be real hard rolling persuasion with that.
Pretty
this
soon
gets-
you're going to suffer from Scald's disease.
I hope this gets progressively worse as time goes on. So
I
you
hope
end up with like a 1 and everything until we finally cure it.
That would be very upsetting.
Oh man, that would be rough
Because then I would have to remember what all my stats were.
right. Oh my gosh! All right, so you guys got a book and a fetish. So
A win for everyone.
It's like the Walmart game where you buy the 3 most unrelated things: a book, a map, and a fetish.
How do you buy a fetish at Walmart?
You'd be surprised.
Clearly, that's why I asked.
It's in the
Well,
clear.
with the right book, you can get a 2-for-1 deal there.
Right.
You
Well,
could, like,
So,
I did not know I was into bodybuilder women.
Did we find anything we were looking for here?
I rolled a 23 for investigation.
where are you investigating at?
I don't
Forgot
know what
how
else
the
was
room
in here.
set up.
Say that again.
I forgot how the room was set up. We'd been
Me too.
distracted for so long.
Starting from the left, you've got the bed, the chest. On the back wall is the bookshelf, and then on the right is the desk. Looking out the window, with the map is no longer over the desk, but there is some documents strewn across the desk and a small leather box.
I guess I'll investigate the desk in the leather box on it.
Yeah, so you start looking through the documentation on the desk. Nothing really jumps out to you. Most of it just being logs, ship logs, anything that's coming in and out. You do see a small note about a shipment of what are they called? Vials of dye coming in for the dying man, and in the box, so the leather box, when you open it up, you see that inside are 4 small wooden figures. They appear to be partially complete, but they haven't been painted, and it looks like the dog is still in progress. But there's a dog, a man, a woman, and a small girl. And then when you start to look beneath these figures, you see that there are a number of letters that appear to be addressed to Zindar from his wife, and one of them from his daughter. Most of what you are reading there is essentially information about like where they're at, how they're doing, and just saying like hope to see you soon.
Are there any letters from the dog?
No, unfortunately, but you do see a paw print on one of the letters.
Nice.
Heart, we can't hurt this guy now. He has a dog.
No, we
That's
can't
your
hurt
dog.
the dog.
No,
I
but
can
now
hurt
the
the dog.
dog's going to be heartbroken.
First off, we don't know how long it's been since the dog's seen him. It's probably in the letters, but reading's hard, so I'm gonna let someone else figure that out.
And as you guys start to read through the most recent letter is actually the one that's got at the bottom. It's got a signature from the wife. You can see the daughter like drawing in crayon, and then the dog's paw print on the bottom of it. But the letter appears to be from about a month ago. It indicates that they are in the country of Orth, and it's not too far from where you guys currently are. Like Avernus is, here, and then it's between the mainland and where Avernus is. But they're in a small like island country right now, and the last time, based on the information you read from the letters, it sounds like the last time he saw them in person was about 2 years ago.
Do I know how old the dog is from the letters? Because if they got that dog when it was a puppy after he left, then this dog doesn't know him. It just knows what his letters smell like.
All right, let me roll for that. Let's see. The dog, I'm going to roll a d12. We'll see.
That feels about right.
We'll see how old he is based on the d12. Oh, no, he's 11.
No.
Well, the dog's old anyway.
He just wants to see his master one more time. But yeah,
Right.
the dog, based on what you can deduce from the book or from the letters, is probably around 11 years old.
It's an old dog.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Now I'm
I don't think
thinking
he keeps
about.
in any new Twix.
See, now I'm thinking about Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey.
Mm.
Is that the toaster one?
No, that's the Brave Little Toaster.
Now I gotta Google Homeward Bound. Damn
I don't
it.
know why the ceiling fan is one of the ones that I remember the most from that.
The AC was so scary.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, kind of the same plot.
Essentially, yeah. You've got a toaster that just wants to get home, and then a couple dogs and a cat that want to get home. Same thing. Oh, that scene was so sad.
Yeah, that's the part I'm thinking about.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's all of us.
Too old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm too old to be messing with Birdzilla now.
Birdzilla.
If you'd seen the movie, you would know.
I don't know if I ever watched it when I was a kid. I think it made me too sad.
But the first one has a happy ending.
There's more than one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one is like in San Francisco.
They get separated a lot from their family.
And the second one, they didn't have the budget to film in as many different random places.
Oh my god, that looks terrifying.
Is that if Ubisoft made Brave?
No.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would imagine.
It's fucking
I gotta see if I can find that. That was
Anyway, all right. So you guys got that information from the letters. There's nothing else really of note on the desk, though.
I want to look out.
There's
You look out the window and it's a really nice view. It's evening at this point. The sun is down. It's starting to get dark, and you can kind of see, every night that you guys have looked out, you see stuff moving under the water, but you just know not to get in the water and you're fine.
Wait, we see stuff moving. Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
In the water.
This is a nice view. It'd be nicer if, going up or down wouldn't probably spell certain death.
I want to do one final check of this area here. I want to pull the rug. Wait, I want to do 2 final checks. Robbie, you mentioned a rug, so I want to pull the rug, see if there's like a secret latch underneath it or something like that.
Secret tunnel.
You pull the rug, and Bjorn, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Am I standing on it?
You are standing on it.
All right.
Wait. I feel like I need to do a
think he
strength
needs to do
saving
strength.
check.
Yeah, you need to do a strength check. That'll determine how difficult the dex save needs to be.
Okay, that's fair.
That that was almost a nat 20. It's a 14 plus what, Robbie?
I don't know. What is it? Plus 0?
I mean, it actually all of my strength-based skills are -1.
Oh, okay. So you got a 13.
Answer.
13.
All right,
Well,
so
I
Bjorn,
got
you need to beat a 13 dex.
All right, I got a 15, so it was a natural 13 plus 2.
So yeah, you see this coming, and you are able to either jump off and let him pull it out, or you just stand there and nothing happens. It's your choice.
I stand there and nothing happens, and then I just kind of kick the carpet out of the way.
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice you standing there.
You
You're
turned
only
invisible
the
again,
size
big
of
guy.
this room. It's only 12 by 12.
Dude, you turned invisible again.
Yeah.
There we go.
You gotta know when to turn
You
that
see me now?
off.
Yeah, you're back.
All right, good.
So yeah, he kicks the rug. You notice it's a pretty nice jute rug. It's worn, like I mentioned before, but the overall make is pretty good. When you look under it, it's just wood. There's no hidden doors or secret tunnels.
Okay.
I'm going to use this rug to redo all of our like packs and stuff, so they're nice.
Okay, nice.
Will his desk fit out the window?
What's that?
Will his desk fit out the window?
Sure. Yeah.
Bjorn.
If it didn't fit, I was gonna make it fit. Chop it up. Yeah, I mean, did we get everything out of it that we want?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, cool. It's gone. Wait, what's outside of the window? I should ask.
Just the street.
Are there people down there?
No.
Okay.
Everybody's back towards like the main area of the first tower right now.
I yeet it into the street.
Nice.
All right. So you see it fly out the window and burst into a million pieces. And what are you doing with the chest? Are you just like loading that onto your back, or what?
How much? You said it weighs 80 pounds?
Yeah.
And it's got like some heavy straps? Yeah, I'll just fucking shoulder it.
All right.
That's my little ghetto blaster.
And now to look at the bed.
Yeah. So you, who's looking at the bed?
Yeah, me.
I guess Rill.
I guess everyone at
Oh,
the
me and Rill, yeah.
It's got some decent sheets on it. It's a feather bed, and yeah, it's nice.
What's under the mattress?
Nothing's under the mattress.
The bed frame.
What's under the bed?
Nothing's under the bed. But when Bjorn picks up the chest, I go ahead and I guess, let me see.
I was gonna roll to investigate under the bed, and I rolled a nat 20, but you said there's nothing there, so it's wasted.
With your nat 20, you see this, but Jerry also just saw it because it was not as hard as I thought it was going to be to see. But yeah, when he picks up the chest, you notice there's a section on the floorboard where you can see that the wood paneling on the floor seems to have like been cut out, and you have an area where you can pull that up.
Oh,
I
thought I was about to explode.
Well, first I inspect it to make sure it's not trapped.
All right. I'll use your previous roll from earlier. It is not trapped.
Cool. Is it locked?
It is not. So yeah, you pull that open, and you find a large number of notes that seem to be stuffed down into this floorboard, or this like area underneath the floor. So you see most of them kind of are like they might have meaning to somebody that understood like what he was trying to write, but none of it really makes sense to you. But you do find a letter that appears to be written to Zindar, and I'll go ahead and paste it into Discord. So let me see. How do I quote that? There we go. Got it. That says, Zindar, your final task. Once you, this is your final task. Once you complete this, the scroll will be delivered to your family, and you can return home. I have a man at my disposal that will be working in the seas around Jesku. He will surely catch the attention of the leadership of Jesku. When a bounty is placed for him, be sure for it is for him to be brought in alive. Further instructions will be written on his back. Beto.
Written on his back.
We should have stripped him naked.
We should have done a strip search.
Damn it. I can't believe I didn't get
All right,
that
now
man
it's on
naked.
What's on us?
Next time,
We're not cut out for the TSA, clearly.
next time I throw a mission at you guys with that, like I shouldn't be surprised if
That
you
would just start tearing people apart.
Show us your ass now.
That
Show
goes-
us your ass and we'll
grab
let
your
you free.
cheeks.
Trust us, we're not going to hurt you. We just been through this before. Drop.
You have no idea what we've been through.
Look, we need to take a look at your panhandle and don't make us manhandle you.
What's been through Asher?
What did you say?
Grab one of Bjorn's bricks. Like, hey, you want to see what happens to shit when it's put back in? You better cooperate.
Oh my god.
That is the father.
That is, dude, that's like a nat 20 on intimidation right there. Dude.
Yeah, that was a
Oh my
fucking
god, Dylan.
declaration for sure. Oh my god.
Jesus.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you
I
got
can't
that.
swallow that.
Good news.
The next thing you pull out that actually like makes somewhat sense is or no hang on before you do that. So the next thing you find is a couple of so you find some cloth down in there. And when you pull the cloth out, you set it to the side and open it up. You see that there are two flasks that are full of this colorless liquid.
Scan them.
Nothing happens when you scan them.
Smell them.
They smell sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drink that one.
Oh, keep them.
But I have an idea of who we should make drink it.
So you find two flasks of nitroglycerin. They are what I'll do is they are 3d6 fire damage. And there will be a dex check associated to using them. I'm not sure what the save is going to be. I think there's some way to like calculate that based off of like what your dex is. So I'll figure that out later. But yeah, you got two of those.
It's cool. I'll take them.
I wonder if we could make more of that and pump it into the Blaze Reef and into Asher's little jazz hand thing.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that would just make it blow up on you.
maybe. You could try it. I'll let you try.
That's how we got Alchemist Fire to work.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and so the last thing you find is a couple of letters, and when you look at them, they are like the other things that you've read that don't really make sense. Just don't make sense because you don't have the context of what was written there. It's like stuff along the lines of like, don't forget to drop the letter off, or stuff like that, like notes that seem to be related, but you don't have the context to be able to put them together.
Trust the feel. Yeah.
There are a couple of them though that stand out to you because they are literal gibberish. You cannot read them because they just are random letters, but they do appear to be a lot of information there.
Looks like it's a cipher. Looks like we need somebody smart to break a code.
We need one of those rings.
I knew reading was hard.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Take a look in a book.
Reading Rainbow.
Do you want to? What kind of check or save do you want to decipher that?
I'm thinking intelligence.
Save or check?
Check.
Check.
Who is the most intelligent? Probably Asher or Rill.
Way right here.
Well, I got a 21.
There you go.
A 19 plus just my modifier, Robbie.
Yeah.
That's a +4, so 23.
23 and a 21.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, we got this, Rill.
All right, so you guys, it ends up taking you guys like 30 minutes to break this, and you end up like pulling the bookshelf down off of the wall, so you have like a clear place to start drawing and stuff as you're like trying to write out everything and draw lines between all of the different things on the cipher. And when you finally get the information that you need out of it, there's a couple things that you learn. First off, being that it appears that Zindar is not working with Bondrewd based on the contents of this. It appears that he is somehow being forced into assisting Bondrewd, and it seems that he's been gathering information about the Umber Hand. So as you look through this document, it's a cipher that includes information about each of the 5 members of the Umber Hand. So I will paste that now for you guys to look through.
His hand's got 5
I'm pretty sure his family is in trouble because that other letter mentioned a scroll being sent to the family. And these carvings of his family, it's possible that his family was turned into these wooden carvings. I guess they're not done, but I think there's something going on with his family. Also, the reason it took an entire 30 minutes to put together was because Bjorn rolled a natural 1 + 1 and has been telling you guys that you're wrong the whole time.
Yeah,
things
it's been a
around.
while.
Bjorn is convinced that it's just a different language we don't know. And Jerry, who rolled a 5, is convinced that the phrase you need to decipher it is "send nudes."
What was the phrase that we were saying in the temple?
Oh shoot! What was
Oh God!
To me,
it? To me, yes. Yeah, I didn't go as in depth on like the cipher on this one. I was just like, "There's a cipher; they'll just roll for it." But yeah, so you find the information about the 5 fingers. So why is that formatted weird? I hate when a copy marked down and it just decides not to be in the right format. Anyway, so first one being Beto, the Pinky. He's a black whistle, responsible for most of the drug and weapon trafficking in the Abyss. And there, with this document, you do find some information that ties him to a lot of that. There's a comment that Zindar put in there that basically says he's known to be slightly paranoid, and is typically seen anywhere between the 2nd and 4th layer of the Abyss. You got Morrow, the Ring. Black Whistle is a known expert in drow technology, and any confiscated artifacts are delivered to him at his research facility. And it's known that he rarely leaves Edofont, which is in the 5th layer. There's Sinnoh, the Bird, a Black Whistle. She's the enforcer of the Umber Hand. The only ever lost a fight to Ozen. Typically seen on the 5th layer, but it has been inexplicably seen on the surface in various countries, handling a lot of the negotiations along with Beto. Additionally, you've got Yumo, the Pointer, Black Whistle. He's the head of research almost as obsessed with the Abyss as Von Druid, known for human experimentation and typically seen on the 5th layer. Finally, you've got Kubo, the Thumb. Black Whistle, mysterious individual, typically alone. Seems to work on his own, rarely seen with other members of the Umber Hand. Seen on all layers.
We met Kubo, right?
You have not met Kubo.
No, we met Vito.
Okay, Vito. I really want to meet Senno and beat the ever-loving shit. To test my strength.
You got to test your strength. If you can beat Senno, then you can beat you can go and fight Ozen after.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Is this like a mating dance for Bjorn?
Mm-hmm.
He's
okay.
Bjorn is hating.
I got his wife. So yeah, that is all the information that you find in there. So you've got some information, or you got a letter from Beto to Zendar that indicates that some scroll will be delivered to his family, and he will be allowed to return home after he completes this task, being the theft of the Null Harp. You also find that he's been keeping tabs on the various members of the Umber Hand and has pretty decent documentation on each of them. And finally, you found 2 flasks full of nitro.
It's a lot of evidence here. I mean, I don't think I need to go my cousin Jerry on this to say, hey, this paints a pretty clear picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely think that he was not. I think he was being forced against his will to do this. However, I mean,
he still did it.
Yeah.
But I do feel slightly worse about having his desk thrown out the window.
He was put in a bad situation, but he could have handled it in a different way.
Yeah, he could have paid us
all
more.
innocent people.
He could have been ridiculously incompetent.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got whatever you've got.
The -1 thing to everything.
Maybe he's been nerfed.
Possible.
Maybe he's looking for a cure, and Von Druid has the cure, and his family has the curse too, and that's what the scroll that he's sending. So we need to intercept that scroll to cure you.
I doubt that, given that the dude that did this to me is probably way older than Von Druid.
Where is he now?
The dude that did this to me? Oh,
He left.
we didn't stick around and find out.
I should ask Satis. I'm gonna pull my orb and ask.
I'll
roll religion if I need to.
He says, "I'll tell you later."
I'll PM you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys need to do while you were in here, or wanted to look at?
We've been in here a while.
I take the pillows. I'm going to use them to make some nice down jackets for everybody.
I think Bjorn's about ready for bed. He's been sitting at like 35% health
For the last few hours, yeah. So you guys head back to where to the central square. When you get there, you actually see Bark and Von Rord are standing over the crater, looking down towards where they've got a group of men are like pulling up a rope, and as they pull up the last heave, you see kind of like a makeshift sled being pulled up out, and in it you see like a bunch of stuff that they've pulled from down in the prison, one of which being the body. So you guys have the body out of the pit, and Von Rord looks, or actually Bark would be the one that looks at you and says, "So, any good news? Any useful information?"
Kinda. I mean, so Zendar wasn't doing this by choice. He was being forced to by the Umber Hand. Beto was his handler. We've also got a bunch of different information on all the fingers of the Umber Hand. And there's 5 of them, which Okay, so we know that the person whose hand this is humanoid. So that's good information. It's not like some weird tentacle monster, not a Cthulhu or something.
Yes, that would be unfortunate.
I think they're called.
That'd be very bad. So any prisoners that come in going forward, strip search, because this dude had instructions written on his back.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
we've never done, customs work before. We didn't know that we were supposed to strip search everybody.
You got to pop the legs off, dude. You can't forget that.
That's the most enjoyable part of it, isn't it? Is it not?
It is.
The strip search or the leg chopping?
The strip search.
Oh.
Well, that's what Asher says, but, that's because he just likes knowing what a real one looks like.
Listen, I've seen plenty of them. I know what a real one looks like.
A real live.
Robbie, looking around, I didn't think to ask this earlier, but being that there was an explosion, I'm sure other cells were broken.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'll ask Bark here. Were all the prisoners detained, or did any escaped into the city?
When the explosion happened, the null harp immediately stopped. So any of them that tried to ascend were either died or they just, fell back in and were bleeding. So
sure, I can see some if I looked.
Yeah, we found some volunteers to go down into the prison and make sure that order is kept. So while they're down there, they were able to send up the body. But I believe at this point we've got all prisoners accounted for, so we should be good.
Good.
But he says if there's writing on the back, let's flip them over. So you guys go and flip the body over, and as you would imagine, the skin is horribly burned and singed, and it is very difficult to see anything on the back of this thing, if you could still consider it a body. But
anyone know mending?
Yeah,
That I was thinking.
I know mending. Yeah, I have mending.
Wait.
Bring him back and then mend him.
Ray's dead, and ask if he knows what was written on his back.
Absolutely.
Fuck, do I have the slots?
You can tomorrow.
I don't have any third or fourth level slots. But guys, I don't have like a raise dead. I only have like create undead type spell, animate dead.
Oh, so it wouldn't be him. It would just be kind of like a zombie with no brain.
Animate
you know
dead
you've
is either a.
You mean you've been lying to us, Asher?
What was that?
You mean you've been lying to us?
Tell us you're a necromancer all this damn time.
Guys, I'm a necromancer, not a dog.
You were about to say not a doctor.
No.
He got his medical license revoked for a reason.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a necromancer, not a doctor.
I'm just saying, the one time we ask you to necromance, you can't.
Well, guys, I'm out of slots. Those explosions took a lot out of me. You would know, Jerry.
This was my plan all along. This was how I exposed you for the fraud that you are.
I've taken the full brunt of those explosions. They're nothing.
Which explosions are you talking about, Bjorn?
The fireballs that you shot at me on a flag paper that I just soaked.
Gotcha.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Trust me, those aren't the explosions I'm talking about.
So it's technically bending rules, but I think it makes sense in this situation. So I think mending might be worth a try.
Hey, we don't know what sort of after effects the harp left behind here. It could alter how magic is working in the immediate area.
Like, it repairs the skin. It doesn't heal.
Right. So it just kind of puts things back by, heal
Right.
them.
I mean, if we effectively
Look, at this point, he's
skin
essentially
as really
leather.
bad leather. Yeah.
Right. So work.
And we've already seen skin leather in the Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
But we just have to hope the mending doesn't mend the instructions, because we don't know how the instructions were put on.
We'll just be careful.
Just
So-
mend them a little bit.
Who's casting mending?
Your boy.
All right. So you do that. As Rill pointed out, as it starts to mend back, anywhere where the explosion was exceptionally bad and the ink was damaged heavily, the letters are skewed or missing, and it's not possible to be able to read. But you're able to make out a few words. It appears to be a pretty long letter, but you're only able to get out maybe 4 lines out of it. And this is what you see. Implant nitro into this man, cause explosion and steal harp. WME's ordered not to attack you. Deliver harp to handmaiden in 3rd tower.
Handmaiden. Okay.
Wow. So, Barky Boy, what normally goes on in the 3rd tower? Because apparently this was all waiting over there.
Because you guys would probably remember this, I'm just going to show it to you. If you look at roll 20,
The hand.
that's the female version of the WME 1399 is referred to as the handmaiden.
Oh,
And then the male version is called a manotar. I got that one.
Creepy.
Manotoire.
shut the fuck up.
Jesus, Curtis, is that energy?
Just so much
I
aggression.
feel like we're going to be playing Blighted Grove, and there's going to be a Ring of the Grammarian where he makes a Manotaur.
Lardar has the Ring of Grammarian.
Yeah, so we could make it happen.
Oh, we have one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I've been
Oh,
thinking
it's-
about casting Hunter's Mart.
Hunter's
Mart. Get us a little store wherever we are.
Mart. Oh,
oh.
okay.
It only sells football stuff, mostly Raiders and Clemson related.
Yeah, but we can sell shit.
Oh, like Hunter Renfro's Mark.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. The hype around him, just crazy.
Right. Oh yeah. So you guys find that there was a question to Bark from somebody. What was that? What was going on?
Yeah, what's in the 3rd tower? Because apparently this shit was waiting.
He says, "Well, we've not been able to access it consistently. It's been an area that we started with Earth Tower. Obviously, we settled that. Once we got the Null Harp over the last year, we've started to settle onto the 2nd tower, and so we were hoping to expand into the 3rd. That was a job that was mostly delegated to the Warwick Society by Von Droord, and I believe he actually hired the bridge builder, who was also a member of the Warwick Society, to start building the bridge. It hasn't been, I guess it's been completed, but it was slated to be completed within the next 3 weeks.
Well, it
Somebody
was
found the bridge builder.
completed.
Yeah, it sounds like it was.
So, do we hang on a second? We know, according to this description, that research on these handmaidens is being conducted by a member of the Overhand, and we also know that where is it? Who's the fucking researcher known for human experimentation? Yumo might actually be in that tower, or might be behind this attack,
Or Bebo.
or both. But the fact answer to Yumo maybe that.
At the very least, we can be like, hey, See this thing right here? Very smart. Very scary.
Well,
Cold resistance effects.
does that have any information on how to
An anti-magic field is the best thing to have.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and the only magic field
that.
you put here is also good at your eyes.
They have intelligence and strong leadership.
Like telling someone that's good at their eyes, I feel like that goes for anything. That's
Yeah.
And as you started through, and specifically the eyes thing, yeah, it seems interesting that that's something that's specifically called out.
Because there's still that one
There it is.
spot that's
any creature
blacked over.
they cover the eyes, and should they remove from the eyes any creature within 60 feet and visible to the instance will succumb to intense and overwhelming fear. I see the handborns now. On the
Yep. If it can see you, you are afraid of it.
Redacted.
And don't talk to it.
No, because it's definitely smarter than me.
Yeah, might convince you to do some stupid shit.
I don't need to convince Jerry to do stupid shit.
So when we go through this raid, we're going to have one of the people who can play the harp falling behind us with a few guards. So as soon as we can get the harp away from whoever, he can start playing and we can just deal with whatever's there.
Yeah.
And we can time the use of the harp and ourselves.
Yeah, Mark said that seemed like a solid plan. I can set up a conversation with us and some of the members of Source Samarenti to ensure that we can get them on our side. They tend to avoid violence, so we may have to make some sort of concessions or something. But I will try to have that conversation set up first thing in the morning, so that way we can.
I don't want them to fight specifically. We can have a few of the Delvers just guard the person who's going to come play the harp, because that'll just be his purpose. Just play the harp.
Yes, I think if you can express that to them, you seem to have a really good handle on exactly what we need here. So I'll look to you to be the one to guide the conversation, but I'll go ahead and set up the introductions for tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Of course, we got to get the harp first.
And with that, is there anything else you need from me?
Bed?
Yes, I come this way. I will show you to your quarters.
Yes, 3 beds.
4.
So he pushes you guys along, and you go through rows and rows of tents at this point. And so, they made quick work of this. They've got a small shelter built for pretty much everybody within the tower. And you see people all over. Back in the corner, the Fearbolgs are fiercely cooking as they're, handing out pies and bread and chicken thighs and just about anything that they've got. They're just handing it out for free. With everything that's going on, they're trying to, really help support as many people as possible. So if you guys want to grab a bite to eat on your way through, you can do that.
Yeah.
Rill is just going ahead and using the last of his spell slots, just healing anyone he sees who really needs it.
How many Fearbolgs are there cooking?
4 right now.
All right, I use almost all of the rest of my gold to give each of them 10 gold because they're being awesome, and I eat a bunch of chicken.
All
I
right.
present my alchemy jug and ask if they need anything specific.
Nice.
They say mayonnaise.
I give him mayonnaise.
Lore's thicker than mayonnaise.
They taste it and they're like, we wanted Dukes.
But
Not Wilmans.
when Bjorn starts to eat the chicken, give
Romans.
a wisdom save.
Oh god. Wisdom. Oh no, it's flat.
He's going to remember his time as a chicken.
It's gonna taste like him.
I'm gonna fail, and Robbie says you've gained a new fetish.
Please.
That's going to happen for every wisdom save from now on.
I got an 11.
As you start to eat the chicken, you find yourself reminiscing back at that time where you were a chicken, and all of a sudden you just feel wrong. Like what you're doing just feels bad, and you just lose your appetite completely as you now have a kinship with chickens.
I don't know how to feel because I love chicken. Like,
The only one that could understand you right now is Rill.
I thought you were going to make him a vegetarian.
just Bjorn couldn't survive without a
I don't know. It could explain his rage.
source of protein as abundant as fucking meat. I just look up at Rill. This is how you feel all the time. Let's just drop the chicken bone.
You get used to it. Once you
I'm now
turn
making
into a
intense
predator,
eye contact with.
you're no
Bjorn.
longer concerned about being prey.
I guess I'll just have a salad if you guys have that.
Yeah, they throw a pie and a salad in front of you. But yeah, you can take it as far as you want, but like at least for the short term, you just like you can't eat chicken right now. Whether that explodes into vegetarianism or if you just like go all in and you're just like screw it, I'm the predator, whatever. Let that be you.
I'm really getting
He's
into
not
my
a poultry
chicken,
guy. He's a red meat guy.
and I'm looking right at Bjorn. I'm making sure to eat as loud as I can because remember, Jerry doesn't need to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like this could have been you.
All right.
Rill's
you get
head
see the
wild shaped
corner.
into a
Bjorn will
chicken
remember this.
just for a few seconds. He starts pecking at a drumstick. And then pop back to normal. You get used to it. It was weird at first, but you get used to it.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna play with it and like try to get back to eating it, but I won't be able to. I'll just call it.
So you guys finish up eating, have a couple beers and hanging out, and then you guys start heading back with Bark where he shows you where your tents are. So as you come up, you see a few really nice tents lined up. The first one he says, Mr. Rill, this one is for you. As he pulls back and you see, it's a relatively modest tent considering what, is available to you guys. There's a cot, a nice like little roll of a bedroll on top of the cot to kind of help soften it, and a small blanket there for you. It's not too large, but enough to where you'd feel comfortable. The next one, he says, Sir Bjorn, this is for you. Similar layout. It's almost identical to what you saw for Rill. And then the next one he goes, yes, Mr. Jerry, here you are. So you open it up again, like nothing really unique about it. And finally he says, what's your name again?
Dr. Asher.
Don't worry about it. This is yours. And he just kind of like kicks like this small little piece of metal over to the side, and you look and it's like only about 2 foot tall, about 4 foot deep, and 2 foot wide, and there's some hay thrown in there. It almost looks like a doghouse. He says, this is for you.
Oh, it's okay.
Asher,
I'll make it a
you
little
can
bit
stay with
better.
me. You can stay with me, Asher. It's fine.
No, Bjorn, it's fine. How about you stay with me? And I sit down and I start ritual casting Layman's tiny hut.
Yes.
I mean, I was just going to give you mine. I'm going to be up most of the night anyway.
Yeah.
I want to be in the hut.
It's okay, guys. You can all stay with me. I can fit 9 creatures of medium size or smaller in here.
It's gonna be comfy as shit in there, dude. It's air conditioned.
Nice.
Are there any meatball subs?
Just the diet orange soda, please. Thank
Oh.
you.
Are there any meatball subs in there?
Apparently diet orange soda.
It doesn't say that in the spell, but yeah. Yeah, let's say so.
The last time you were in there, you picked up some and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
You see Bart kind of roll his eyes and say, well, whatever works, and kind of storms off real quick.
I can fit 9 people in here, asshole.
I can't hear you.
You can fit 9 people in your asshole?
He can fit 9 people in here, asshole. He's a pirate.
Jerry, come on, man.
I saw that coming with my passive perception.
It's a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force. Springs into existence around and above you and remain stationary for duration. The duration is 8 hours.
I at first thought you were describing your asshole.
What color did you pick?
Asshole brown.
Wait, for my asshole or for...
Can't keep leeches.
First,
For your dome.
Oh, for my dome? It's definitely a cozy yet modern black and white with some brown finish.
Ew.
I always thought it was solid color, but I'm not the wizard.
what does it look like inside? So you guys all step in, and it goes from this small black, white, and brown hut to what?
It's just a dome. Like it's just a dome of force. That's all it is.
Okay, so there's nothing inside.
Florida Canyon's mansion, I think, is the one where you actually summon an actual building.
Oh, okay. So it's just a dome. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. It's cozy though. There's a lot of draperies and the whole floor is just a bed.
And like, we wish it was a sex dungeon because that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe
Actually never used this one before. This is new to me. Ooh.
I think you should read the spell description.
Yeah, we went and looked at it. It's just a dome.
I don't
Yeah,
know
dome,
if
yeah.
it's furnishings or anything.
Yeah, there's nothing inside.
It's
just
flavor.
literally-
It's flavor, Robbie. It's flavor.
So you've got a protective force around you,
Just like the sandwiches. It's flavor.
and you're
It's
living
pumpkin
in
flavor specifically.
living inside your doghouse.
No, man, it's nice in there.
Bart doesn't know that. He thinks that you figured something else that was really cool out.
Wait, what?
Bart doesn't know that it's basically just a dome. So he's like,
Well, that's what it looks like on the outside. On the
Yeah.
inside, it looks better.
It's bigger on the inside.
He wishes.
No, it magically is.
I think you do have total control of the temperature inside of it too.
yeah.
The temperature?
Yeah.
Oh,
so you
dude,
can
68
like
degrees.
a cool breezy, yeah.
Why would Asher like it at 68? Wouldn't he want it warmer?
Like one
You'd want it 69.
Right.
warmer.
Damn it. Yeah. 69 degrees. We're not 69 AC, 69 heat.
Oh God,
That's bad.
this is horrible.
Like, it's toasty in there. No one stays.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll leave the door open.
Everybody just hears Bjorn going, "Oh God!"
Yeah, dude, I know it's big.
Oh my god.
Wow, he really can fit 9 people in there.
The like Bjorn's head poking out, just
in
like
his tent.
it's exhausting. And then he goes back inside.
Oh my god. All right. So you guys take a long rest. And we will end there because I didn't plan much more beyond that. Good session. It was a short one, so sorry about that. But
No, that's cool. I got work soon.
Long rest.
Yeah, but I was gonna make a meme real quick, but we'll get off here.
You took too long.
You're getting
Yeah.
off.
Done it in the Jamboard.
Wait, what?
You should have just done it in the Jamboard.
No, it's all. I'll just make it and put it in here later. You guys will get the context.
All right.
Imagine I said this 30 minutes ago. Hey, by the time you post it, it'll be the correct time where Falcon is.
Right.
Exactly.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. So, are you guys good for next week?
Yeah.
Next week is
I don't think anything special. So,
what is Easter?
Already happened.
already happened.
Yeah, man, we're past it.
I think Mother's Day is the next thing that happens.
Yeah, it's on my birthday.
Yeah,
People
Easter was
fill out
last
Mother's
week.
Oh, that's right, Easter. Yeah, because I had Easter dinner.
Yeah.
It's been a lot lately.
It's yeah,
Oh,
I think the next thing's Mother's Day, but that's like what, 2 weeks away? Something like that. I don't
Something
know.
like that.
I should be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'll be good for whatever.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I will see you guys next week then.
Later, boys.
Adios, guys.